What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a replay today of Ekans/Arbok. So after the traumatizing playthrough we had last week with Ditto, and we didn't get to finish it, go check that out. I found a really unique glitch. We're going to go back and replay a Pokemon playthrough very early in this playthrough. Ekans and Arbok, the snake Pokemon and the cobra Pokemon. I'm going to pause this for just 1 second. My rival's name is Richard. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and just show you, I'm just going to show you this real quick. So this was the end result of my last playthrough. 1 hour and 49 minutes, 24 seconds. I don't go off playtime because there's a lot of variables in there. There's the reason why I don't go off playtime. But this was my last playthrough. It's very, the way my old setup used to be very janky. I'm not going to argue that. Very janky. And also, it just, like, half the screen was one thing, half the screen was the other thing. It doesn't look that great. And I didn't even notice this until I was bringing up this clip. I actually have the stats wrong. So if you look at the stats, the ones in the middle, the 60 HP, the 95 attack, etc., those are from Gen 7 on. That's not in Gens 1 through 6. So I actually had the wrong stats in this one too. And it's just thrown on the screen. It's very, like I said, very janky. But the time we got was 1 hour, 49 minutes, 24 seconds. If you listen to the audio, this is back before I actually did audio editing. I wasn't aware of the poof stuff, the P sounds with the I don't know if you heard that or not, but very poorly. I didn't fix the sound, so to speak. I didn't have the microphone in the right spot. There's a lot of things wrong with this, so I want to get another playthrough. One, to get a better time, but one, just to have a better video, better representation of this playthrough. So let's go and continue with this. And yeah, Ekans and Arbok. So what are the kind of the things with this Pokemon? Well, doesn't have anything that's like over the top great about it. It's got some decent moves, good enough moves to get through the game. It also doesn't have anything great about its moveset or its stats, but it also doesn't have anything bad about its stats, and you'll see the stats here in a minute. So we get the Professor Oak. We decided to make our rival have Bulbasaur. There's not really a benefit to any of them, but I just chose Bulbasaur because I didn't want him to have certain Pokemon near the end of the game. That's more or less what it was about. We do have a little bit of a poison advantage, but it's not really an advantage after like the first 2 encounters with our rival, because we don't really use poison moves after a while, so that's why it's not a huge advantage. We also we name our Pokemon Nagini after Harry Potter. So let's go and look at this first battle of our rival. He comes out with a Bulbasaur. We don't have anything great for him. Like, there's no huge advantage we have, but Wrap is an advantage in this game because the opposition can't attack back. Huge advantage for us. Don't have any poison moves. If we did, it'd probably be a little bit faster. Bulbasaur is one of the slowest. I think it is the slowest starter, but we get the win pretty handily. We don't take any. We take a little bit of damage, but we leered and wrapped and did all that at once. So we're in Bug Forest, so let's go over the stats of this Pokemon. HP is 35, attack is 60, defense is 44, special is 40, and speed is 55. So nothing with this Pokemon's over the top great, like I said with the stats. Attack and speed are the 2 best, and I mean everything else is not great, but it's also, there's a thing I have called stat variance. It's the difference between like your best stat and your worst stat, and that creates a weakness. And this is only a 25 stat variance, and when we evolve, it doesn't change very much. It stays the same. So we don't have a glaring weakness in our stats. You might argue with our moveset we have a little bit of a weakness because of how late we get some things, but I don't think we do. So there's not really a glaring weakness with this, and it's no pun intended with the glaring because Arbok does get glare. So the trainers in here are pretty easy. We actually have Poison Sting, so Weedle and Kakuna are part poison type, so that's not super effective against them. That's why we're using Wrap. But when we come across like a Metapod and Caterpie, they're just bug type. They're just bug, and then they eventually get bug flying when they evolve into Butterfree. But bug is weak to poison, but bug by itself is weak to poison. But Weedle's bug poison, so it's not super effective against Weedle. So we're using it just because I think we're out of Wraps, and it's also a little bit more reliable than Wrap. Wrap has a very low accuracy. So we got this trainer taken care of, and the other thing about like its stats, like we just got to rely heavily on attack and speed, which is good because as you look over the move pool, we're going to look over that in a little bit. None of the attacks, none of the moves are special. So like special moves, water moves are special, fire moves are special, etc. We don't get access to any of those. Okay, we get a lot of the stuff we get is physical, and I don't know why I'm taking my time here. And we're gonna go face this trainer, but first we're gonna go get a potion. Potion. And we're gonna get one more. We're gonna get a wild encounter first. See, Caterpie, it's almost a one-shot. We should be close to one-shotting. And one more. There we go. And there we go. So honestly, I think after playing with this Pokemon, it should be, considering a lot of the moves it gets are ground type, it should be like poison ground, kind of like Sandslash. But it is what it is. And we handle this battle pretty convincingly. We're at level 11. We get this battle won, and then we move on to our second rival fight. Now, second rival fight's going to go a little bit easier for us because we actually have a poison move to use on Bulbasaur. The only thing we have to worry about is the Pidgey. Now, Pidgey is a natural enemy of a snake, so a bird is a natural enemy of a snake. However, we just get Wrap off. We can get to the point where we don't get attacked very much. She got one Gust off, but we don't want to get Sand Attack. That's the big kicker right there. We don't want to deal with Sand Attack. And honestly, Poison isn't doing too much. I think Bulbasaur is actually Grass Poison, now that I think of it. So maybe our strategy to go with him wasn't the greatest. But it is what it is. And yeah, one more. There we go. And we get the win against our rival. Very good. And we move on to Brock's Gym. So the first person we're going to face in Brock's Gym is the Million Light Years Trainer. The Million Light Years Trainer comes out with a Diglett and a Sandshrew. We just want to... Diglett has low defense as it is. We just want to make sure we knock him out. We're not going to outspeed, but we are going to knock him out. So I thought we were going to lose this because I have less than half my health going in. Sandshrew is way more bulky than Diglett ever is. And I was like, okay, as long as we go first, we might actually have a chance at winning this, which we do. So we actually get the win, and we're going to go ahead and face Brock. Now we're at 18 minutes and 48 seconds, so pretty good Brock time to start this battle. And we comes out with Brock. Comes out with an Onix. Wakanda forever! So we leered one time, just lowers defense a little bit. So we're going to try to get by the Geodude as fast as humanly possible. That's the goal here. Take little damage and just get by the Geodude as fast as humanly possible. We do have a strategy for Bide Game. So if you don't know what Bide Game is, whenever he comes out with the Onix, Onix will use Bide. Bide will initiate, once it's initiated, whatever damage you do to Onix, he'll deal back double. Now here's one cool thing about playing through with Ekans. Ekans, when he does Wrap, the only damage it counts in that is the first Wrap, not the second, the third, or the fourth. It's only the first one. Okay, just like if I use Fury Attack with Spearow, it done the same thing. Okay, so we can also lower his defense. So unlike Geodude, Onix does not have Defense Curl. So if we use Leer, it will actually lower his defense, making our attacks that much more potent. Okay, so we're already out of Wraps. So now we got to rely on Poison Sting, which we could poison him. Then he can waste his turn healing up on the poison. But we're getting there. We just got to worry about Bide. I know Bide was just initiated, but we were able to get the knockout. And I was kind of worried maybe to deal back too much damage, but no worries. We beat Brock. And we get the Boulder Badge, and we move on to Route 3. Now, Route 3 is kind of trivial, but I'm just going to go over our moveset. Level up moveset, we get Wrap at level 1, or level 5, I should say. Wrap is a 15 base power move. It's 85% accurate, so it's not the greatest move out there. But what also is good about it, though, is that if you go first, if you outspeed, you can potentially never get hit. Leer is a move we can learn with that. It coincides very well with Wrap because if you Leer first, lower the opposition's defense, Wrap is more powerful and it can knock out faster. Level 10, we got Poison Sting. It's a stab move. It's not very good. It's about as effective as Wrap. It's a little bit more effective at 23 base power with stab and 100% accurate. That's what's great about it is its accuracy. Okay. We also get Bite at level 17. We're very close to that. I don't know if we got it yet, but we're very close to getting Bite at level 7. Yeah, we're at level 17, so we have Bite now. Bite is a 60 base power, normal move, 100% accurate. In future generations, this does become Dark, so it is a special move in the future. But Bite in Gen 1 is physical, so it's great. And it can also make the opposition flinch occasionally. Now, the next 3 moves, if you saw my prediction video, I'm going to go over, but we don't use these next 3 moves. 24, we get Glare. We have enough moves that I don't need to use. Strategies that paralyze. So Glare is not going to be a useful move. It is 75 base power, 100% accurate. I'm sorry, it's no base power. I'm sorry, 75% accurate. So it's it's kind of unreliable in my opinion. At 31, we get Screech. Screech is pretty much the same as Leer, but less accuracy. I Maybe Screech lowers 2 stages. Maybe I need to research that, but it doesn't do anything more than Leer does. And it's 85% accurate, so very unreliable. So if I were to do that, I'd just keep Leer the whole game. And then at level 38, we get Acid. Now here's the problem with that. That's Ekans level up. If we evolve into Arbok, Acid doesn't come to us until level 47. So at that point, it's kind of pointless to have a 40 base power move. It is stab, so it becomes 60 base power, 100% accurate move. Whenever we have just such better moves, and you'll see the TM moveset, and you'll see that there's just much better options out there than just use Acid. I get it. We might have some things that are weak to poison, but we're just gonna have way more powerful moves than Acid, so it doesn't make sense to use Acid. So yeah, that's why the level up moveset, it just stops after Bite. Okay, so now here's the TM moveset. We get access to Toxic. Toxic's meh. It is what it is. Body Slam is very good, 85 base power, 100% accurate. Okay, Takedown is 90 base power, 85% accurate. It's kind of a garbage move. I don't use it. But Body Slam's great because it's 100% accurate and it can paralyze the opposition. Double Edge and Hyper Beam are available with this Pokemon. We don't use them in this playthrough, but they are available if we needed to use it. Rage will be good early, but we don't get access to it until later, so it's kind of pointless. Mega Drain I have access to, and I completely had a strategy based around Mega Drain, but in the throes of the game, I accidentally sold Mega Drain, so I don't use Mega Drain in this playthrough. But I had every intention of using Mega Drain as to recoup like health and stuff in battles, and I just completely botched and sold it. So we don't use Mega Drain, so this could actually be a little bit better run than you're going to see today. But Mega Drain would have been a 40 base power grass move, but we don't get stab out of that. But we do have Giovanni's Gym. He uses a lot of rock type and ground type Pokemon. We do use a whole bunch. Our rival has a Rhydon that's great to replenish your health on when you're fighting them. Agatha, or I'm sorry, not Agatha. Lorelei has some water types that it works on, especially Cloyster. You also have what's his name? Shoot, I forgot his name because he's worthless. Bruno, there we go. He has 2 Onyxes that this will be like a one-shot on. So yeah, it's a great move, but it definitely had its place where it would have helped. But we end up getting a pretty decent run out of it without it. Earthquake, Fissure, and Dig are the other 3 moves we can learn that are really nice. Fissure we will not use because it's trash garbage. It is a one-hit knockout move if you do it. But Earthquake and Dig are basically the same mechanic. It's 100 base power, 100% accurate. Dig takes 2 turns because you dig underground and come up. Earthquake, you don't have to take 2 turns. Mimic is what we use in place of Mega Drain because it help us mimic either something for the badge boost or maybe a move to get through a battle. Double Team is outlawed. We actually used that a lot in the last playthroughs. That's one of the big differences between this playthrough and the last one, is we used Double Team and it made the game, late game, a lot faster. So we're gonna have different struggles because we don't have Double Team in this one. Double Team ups your evasiveness so you can't get hit, and it does the badge boost. It's a great move in that regard. Bide maybe got used for like 30 seconds in this, but we don't use it very much. Skull Bash, Rest, Substitute, and Strength all don't get used, but Rock Slide is a 75 base power rock move, which is 90% accurate. It's very good to have this against like flying Pokemon, especially Onix later. You have something super effective against Onix, and we evolved into Arbok. There you go. And that's it. So our moveset's very limited, but it's actually pretty good moves. And you can kind of see why I kind of wish this was like a ground poison Pokemon. I don't know why it's not. Snakes burrow in the ground all the time. But it is what it is. And we're facing the Super Duper Nerd to get this final, get through Mount Moon. And we can finally get the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil and the Dark Lord. And we move on to Misty's Gym. When we evolve into Arbok, our stats go up. 60 HP, 85 attack, 69 defense, nice, 65 special, and 80 speed. So where I had on the last one is the attack stat was wrong on my last one. I had the stats from Generation 7 and on, not Generation 1 through 6. So stats go up. Like I said, there's not a huge variance. So the best stat is attack, 85, and worst stat is 60 at HP. So that's 25. It stays exactly the same. So those things don't change. The only thing what does change is our special and defense go up pretty nicely. But yeah, stat variance isn't very bad, and we have our third rival fight. We're going to double back and fight Misty. There's no benefit to beating her now, other than maybe wasting our time. So we're going to go ahead and face our rival. So rival goes for 2 quick attacks. We get to knock out with 2 bites. Poison Sting is going to be a 2-shot on the Abra. Very good. Rattata comes out. And we're going to use Bite and see if we can get the 1-shot. We do get the 1-shot. And our rival comes out with a Bulbasaur. And we're going for Poison Sting. Bulbasaur really can't do anything to us other than maybe Leech Seed us. But we get the win and we move on. Get the pretty convincing win, I should say. This is part of the game I like to, on Nugget Bridge. Nugget Bridge is pretty trivial when it comes to like what we're going through. So this is part of the game where I like to go over what we've done well, what this Pokemon does well, and what it doesn't do well at. So what it does well at, well, it has a pretty decent level up rate, so that's not bad. Its moves progress pretty well with the game. That's very good. You've obviously seen the moves, and if you know Pokemon, you know where we're going to get the other moves and where we're going to get our upgrades. So that's not bad. I just wish it had a little bit more diversity. If Acid was learned a lot sooner, it is a poison type. It should be learning a lot sooner. It's one thing I don't like about Generation 1 is it takes its typing and then like you get nothing that's stab for most of the game for a lot of Pokemon. So that's one thing I do think is the downside of this Pokemon is it just doesn't get access to a lot of stuff earlier. If it had Acid like level 20, that'd be great. Okay, that'd be amazing. If you watched any of my, like if you play through with Oddish gets Acid at like level 20 something. It makes him, it completely unlocks the Pokemon, makes him a lot more powerful when he has a stab move. So, but the weakness with this, I'd say, is just variety of moves. Its strength, I think its strength is the fact it has no real glaring weakness. Like I said, stats are consistent. It doesn't have great stats, but they're consistent. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot of bad things about this Pokemon. It could be a lot worse, let's put it that way. So just some things about the... where are we going to now? Okay, so right here, I don't usually put this fight in, but this Pokemon can learn Dig. And so I want to put this fight in so that you should see where I get Dig. Because we're going to use Dig to beat Misty. We probably could beat her with what we have. We have some wrap stuff. We have things like that. We're not going to learn Glare, by the way. We just don't. It's not a horrible move, but it's in a playthrough like this, we don't need it. We need more damage dealing moves and type coverage than we need extra moves. So Starmie comes out, and we have Dig. Dig is a 1-shot on the Staryu, and then Starmie comes out. Dig is going to be a 2-shot. We don't even take any damage, do we? We don't take any damage, and we beat Misty pretty handily. We might have been able to beat Misty without Dig, but it probably would take us a turn or two, and I would have wasted some time. That's why I waited till I had Dig to beat her. I knew Dig would beat her pretty handily, and it's a 100 base power move. How could it not? And then Body Slam, we're getting it right there, and we're going to add it here in a second. We're going to pause right here. We're going to go ahead and add the move. We're probably going to eventually get rid of Bite. I hang on to Bite way too long in this game, and that's because I got rid of Mega Drain. And Wrap. There we go. We'll get rid of Wrap. And we're going to go ahead and face our rival. Let's make sure we're healed. Oh, okay, we're not going to make sure we're healed. I think I'm saving right now. So the rival, this is the 4th rival fight. He starts getting a little bit better Pokemon. But with the 2 moves that we just accumulated, Dig and Body Slam, it becomes more of a trivial battle than it has been. So let's go ahead and get that, and we're going to switch our moves around. We want Dig and Body Slam to be our 1-2 punch. So we don't get the knockout on the first one, but we do get a 2-shot, very good. We take very little damage from him. Body Slam is a 1-shot, very good. And he brings out Kadabra. And Kadabra's a 1-shot, very low defense with Kadabra. And then we get a 2-shot on the Bulbasaur, very good. And now we're moving on to Lieutenant Surge, the Trash Man. Trash Man and Lieutenant Surge. Call him that because you gotta root through trash, click some buttons. It's kind of weird that the electric gym you gotta root through trash, but we're gonna go ahead and just kick crap out of him anyway. Dig will be a 1-shot on every Pokemon in here. I think the Raichu is a 1-shot, but Pikachu goes down with a 1-shot, and then Dig. Do we get the 1-shot on Raichu? We do. We go through. It's a second gym with barely any damage at all being taken. So we go. I went and skipped through Rock Tunnel. Nothing in Rock Tunnel was trivial. The Boomer, the Hiker, we have Dig, so all 3 of his Pokemon are very trivial. In fact, 2 of them I think exploded while we were underground. So we go ahead and head into the Rocket Underground hideout thing. Nothing really big in here other than high price items. That's really what's important about this area of the game, to get some high price items. So in the last playthrough I played through as Ekans, I did not get vitamins. So in this one, I got vitamins. I got vitamins, speed and attack to boost my speed and attack. That was the main focus. That way we can get more bang for our buck when it comes to fighting. We're going to hang on to double edge in case of a rainy day, but that nugget will get sold. Give me some nuggies. And we're just trying to get through here. We're at 46 minutes in the playthrough. So that's not the greatest time, but it's also not horrible. Just knowing like we had to deal with using wrap all the time. That was like our go-to move. So it took a little bit of time. And also you got to level up to get some moves. With this Pokemon. So we're fighting this guy here. He's going to have the lift key. So it comes out with the coughing. Nagini, body slam should be a one-shot. Very good. And body slam on the Zubat. One of my least favorite Pokemon is Zubat. Very good. And oh no, I dropped it. I dropped it in the form of a Pokeball. Alright, so this is why I don't talk about this part of the game. Because a lot of the stuff here, if we talk about the fight, it actually would just be like one hit knockout, one hit knockout, one hit knockout. There's another nuggie. Got some nuggies. And this is just selling items. Nuggets. I run into this stupid thing. And right there. Come on. Speed it up. Speed it up. Speed it up. Let's go. So I'll take this time to actually shout out some other YouTubers. So I like to do this. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I like watching Pokemon videos. I'm always trying to find like new people to watch their videos. I clicked the wrong one again. There we go. And so like one of the things, the two that got me into this is I watched JRose11. His videos and his playthroughs and mine are a little bit different. His playthroughs and mine are a little bit different, and that's good because he plays like the actual in-game time. I don't. I play through other things. I have a lot of things going on. I have like a child I gotta take care of. I pause the timer sometimes to use the restroom. There's certain parts of the game where I pause the timer. So there's a lot of variables in that. Scott's Thoughts is a little bit more closer to how I like to run. He's more analytical. He has a little bit more preparation. I think J-Rose just plugs in and plays and sees what happens. So that's part of what JRose11 does. And so those are the two that really got me into this. I watched their playthroughs and they got me inspired to start my own playthroughs. Some other ones that are just kind of in the same realm as me, just like kind of like newer channels trying to work on our stuff. We got Eggsceptional, does very good Gen 3 Pokemon Red, Fire Red content. Fire Red, Leaf Green is exceptional. You also have Squidgy. Squidgy does very good Gen 2 content. I really enjoy his, and when I'm gonna do Gen 2 after I finish Gen 1, and I've learned so much about Gen 2 from him compared to what I knew like a year ago. So much content. Now we're facing Giovanni. I'll get back to giving some people shout outs after this. So now we're facing Giovanni. Giovanni will be very trivial because Giovanni does not have anything that's gonna give us a hard time. So the first two Pokemon we knock out without any hesitation really. And the KangaskDan goes down 2 shots. So Giovanni is trash, and we're facing our 5th rival fight. Pidgeotto comes out, and we use Rock Slide. It's a one-shot, very good. We picked up Rock Slide, by the way. Rock Slide is a one-shot there, one-shot on the Gyarados, very good. Growlithe, one-shot on the Growlithe, very good. And one-shot on the Kadabra. And we're going to one-shot the Ivysaur. We one-shot the Ivysaur. Very good job. We beat our 3rd rival fight, and we're trying to learn, I think it's trying to learn Screech, yeah. We don't need to learn Screech. Screech is not a move we're going to learn at all. I don't know why we're taking forever to click through. It took me a second here. I think I was like distracted. But we get that, and we move on to Erica. Erica's gym, we pretty much cleaned house. If we had Acid, this would have been a little bit better. But instead, we're going to go ahead and go with, we're going to start off with Dig. Dig is the most powerful move we have. It's not like super effective against Victory Bell, but it's the most powerful move we have, so we're going to use that. Okay. Acid would have worked very well in Tangela because it's only the one that's like pure grass type. And we get put to sleep, which could be bad, but nothing that Vileplume has is going to be super effective against us. So, Petal Dance actually can be, but we wake up, get a super potion done to us, we're going to dig, and we're going to get the knockout. So Erica's gym became a lot more compelling than it had to be, but we get the win against Erica, no problem. Now we move on to Koga. He is a poison type gym. Getting through his gym was actually tough because A lot of the trainers in here have psychic, but dig is a one-shot on the coughing. Dig, I think, is a two-shot on the... Oh, we get a critical hit. Very nice critical hit. Okay, body slam will be a... we shouldn't have done that. We should have just stuck with dig. That's a bad play on my part because we could have got poisoned. We could have got... They could have used smoke screen, whatever. So we get the knockout anyway, but yeah, that was a bad play on my part. Just stick with dig. Maybe we're running low on power points. Maybe that was the play. So I don't always do this, and I don't always play this part, but this is optional. So because we don't have anything over the top when it comes to stats, I decided to face Cobra Kai, no pun intended, or Arbok Kai, whatever we'll call it. Because you can get some really good experience here, because these are pretty trivial battles. We're at level 41, they're around like level 25 and 30. So we can get some pretty good, actually 32, wow, okay. So there's really good experience here. And we just come in and wreck through this, so we level 42, and I'm pretty sure we get at least one more level out of this. It's very quick. It takes about 2 minutes to do in real time, so it's not too bad. And yep, well, we got 3 more trainers to get, so we can definitely do this. So I possibly could have avoided this. You never know until the end of the game when you see what level you're at and you see how the competition fares in the Elite Four. So this is just, it's always a gamble not to do this. If you do it, it's kind of playing on the side of being conservative. So I guess in this playthrough I'm being a little bit conservative here, just trying to make sure I have enough oomph to get through the Elite Four. And body slam is a knockout, very good. Body slam is not a knockout, but we get the 2-shot. And now we have one more. We got to save here. I think we're saving. Yeah, there we go. And now we have to face the leader of Cobra Kai, or Arbok Kai. Actually, if I were to be honest, so there's level 43. So we did get 2 levels out of this. Arbok, it shouldn't be Arbok Kai. If anything, it's Arbok IAK, because it's backwards. If you get the joke, you get the joke. Okay, so we move on from that, get the extra levels we need, move on to Blaine's gym. Now we fought everyone in this gym. That's pretty trivial. We don't have to go over that. But what we do need to do is we need to go over what we're going to do to kick this guy's butt. So dig is a one-shot on the Growlithe. Very good. Growlithe. Dig is a one-shot on Ponyta. He did a retroactive potion. That's how smart he is. He always does potions. Rapidash one-shot. As long as we get a good dig off, I think we'll be fine. And we get a one-shot. So no damage taken. 4 knockouts. 4 up, 4 down. Thank you. Good morning, good evening, good night. And have a good one. Move on to our 6th rival fight. One of the most difficult rival fights in the game, because he has so many developed Pokemon and you could really be behind the 8 ball with him. So 1-hit knockout, very good with Rock Slide. It's a 2-shot with Gyarados. It's a 2-shot with Gyarados. Okay. We level up, very nice. We're not going to learn Acid. We don't need Acid right now. Honestly, I probably should take an Acid over Bite until I got a better move. Dig is a 1-shot, very good. Alakazam, Dig is also going to be a 1-shot on Alakazam. And now we have Venusaur. Don't have anything great with Venusaur, but we can 3-shot him with a combination of dig, body slam. We could have just done body slam 3 times or dig 3 times, so it would have worked. And now we're facing our 2nd Giovanni fight. A little bit better of a team. He really hasn't grown too much of it. Nidoqueen is a solid Pokemon to add to it, and so is Nidorino. Kangaskdan's solid. I don't know why you get rid of Kangaskdan and add in Diglett or Dugtrio in your final battle, or keep a Rhyhorn. Would have been better just to keep, Kangaskdan. Kangaskdan's a solid Pokemon. It's one of the better Pokemon I played through as. And Rock Slide, we got nothing that's super effective, but she does neither. Nidoqueen of the 2 Nidos is very bulky. And now we move on to Sabrina. Sabrina is one gym leader that can wreck us because we are weak to Psychic. But we outspeed, and as long as we outspeed and we can hit, we're going to do just fine. 1-shot on the Kadabra. It's not a 1-shot on Mr. Mime, so that's kind of scary. That really shows me that this could be bad. Mr. Mime has good defense, so it's probably why we didn't. Rock Slide on the Venomoth, and we level up. Not a big deal in the middle of battle, and we don't get the 1-shot, but he just goes for Reflect, and we get the 2-shot, and beat Sabrina and her Whip, and move on to the final Giovanni fight, the gym leader Giovanni, who actually has a pretty solid team. If you were to play through the game with this team, it'd be very tough to beat because you have so much coverage. Rhyhorn comes out. Earthquake will be a 2-shot on the Rhyhorn. Very good. We beat him. We move on. Body Slam will be a 1-shot Dugtrio. Dugtrio's, I love Dugtrio, but it has very low hit points. Earthquake will be a 2-shot. Wow, 2-shot on the Nidoqueen. And now we are paralyzed. But he went for guard spec, so that should mean we win this game. It usually means that your opponent used guard spec, you're going to win this game, or this battle. Get the knockout on the Nido King, and now Rhydon comes out, goes for guard spec again, and basically guarantees us a win. So very good. We move on to our 7th rival fight before the Elite Four. Usually this can be another tough rival fight. I think for us though, we're not going to have too much of a hard time. Rock Slide should one-shot if we hit. Should one-shot the Pidgeot. Nope, we do not. There's 2 misses in this first 4. That's why I hate the accuracy on this. Okay, Earthquake should be a 2-shot on the Rhyhorn. So fun fact, the reason why he goes for Potion there is because he has the same items in his bag that he had in the rival fight we had earlier in this game at the same exact spot. Knock out the Gyarados, very good. We have a Growlithe. Growlithe should be whatever we use should. Oh, wow, why are we not using Earthquake? Not playing smart here, JD. Past JD, future JD has some problems with the way you're playing. Okay. He goes for Reflect. That's why we're not getting the one-shot here. Get the knockout. Very good. So we have half health going into the Venusaur fight. Vine Whip. And just got to get the knockout. Just got to get the knockout. One more time. There you go. Not a good win. Not a convincing win. So we are going to go ahead and pause the stats here for a second. So the stats we have with this Pokemon. We're going into the Elite Four. Level 60. We used all but 3 of our rare candies. Okay. We're at level 60. Our attack is 143. By far our best stat. Very good. Okay, defense is 125. Not horrible. It's pretty solid. Speed is 134. That will outspeed most things in the Elite Four. And then special is 110. Now we do have a couple levels we're going to get in the process of doing this. So, yeah. So like I said, we do not have Mega Drain. It would have been great to have Mega Drain rather than Mimic and save Mimic for a later battle in the Elite Four, but we're going in with Mimic. So we got Body Slam, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Mimic. Okay, those are our moves. We have pretty decent moveset against everyone. So let's go ahead and run this bad boy, and we're gonna go ahead and start the Elite Four against the Lorelei. Now Lorelei is the Ice Trainer. She has Ice Pokemon. A lot of them are Water. So nothing here is super effective against us. The only thing that could have anything effective against us is actually a Slowbro, but he doesn't have any psychic moves. He has one psychic move, and it's Amnesia. So Dugong is just going to spam Rest, because the Elite Four members have what's called Good AI. So Good AI tells Lorelei, I am a Psychic type, or I'm Poison type. Use a Psychic move against me if you have it. Okay, if not, just use random attacks. Okay, so now we're going to Mimic Amnesia, and Slowbro is just going to spam Amnesia. He's not going to do anything other than use Amnesia because of Good AI. It says I'm Poison. Amnesia is a Psychic type move. It doesn't do damage, but he's just going to spam that until the battle's over, or use potions, but that's for the most part, it's always going to do is spam it. Okay, so our stats are very well boosted. Body Slam is a one-shot in the Jinx. And then Lapras is our final opposition. And Blizzard is a one-shot. Dang. Knocks us out. Very easy. So now we just gotta... It's all about luck. A little bit of luck there. And if we have a little bit better luck, we can beat Lorelei. She can be tough. She's a tough trainer. She's got some good... She's got some good stuff going on with her. So, Rock Slide will be a 2-shot. Now he's asleep. I don't have to waste my power points on a move that is very inaccurate. So we're going to go on to Cloyster. Cloyster was a problem because Cloyster did a decent amount of damage last time we faced him. And now Clamp. That could go for multiple turns. Get the knockout, very good. And now we're facing Slowbro. Like I said, Slowbro will just spam Amnesia because it's a psychic move. So we're going to spam Amnesia too. Very good. Very good. Very good. And now Body Slam. Not going to do much to him. Like I said, but he's going to heal. And we're going to eventually get the knockout because he can't really do much. And then Jinx can do a lot to us because she is Psychic type, so she can do some things. Hydro Pump. Let's go for Rocks. Earthquake? Which one are we going to do? Which one are we going to do? Earthquake is more powerful. So we get him in the healing range, and we get lucky there. So we just don't have anything that can deal with the Lapras very well. But we get the win regardless, and we move on to Bruno. We're going to heal up a little bit. Now, here's an error that I had in this playthrough. Is look right there. Full Restore is only 2. I did not buy an extra Full Restore, so I only have 3 to get through this. So eventually in this game, I do go out and go back in, and that's because of player error. and the timer is stopped when that happens. But I get back to right where I was. Okay, so Bruno comes out. We don't talk about Bruno very much. He's very lackadaisical. But we're going to mimic a move from Bruno real quick. Harden. Just to do a little bit of the badgy boosty. So there we go. Badge boosting. Badge boosting. It helps our defense, but if you don't know what the badge boost does, whenever in Gen 1, whenever you do a stat modifying move like amnesia, harden, agility, it not only boosts your stats, but it does a 12.5 boost to all the other stats you have with corresponding badges. Some badges give you boost in your attack. One gives you a boost in your attack, one gives you a boost in your speed, so on and so forth. The only thing it doesn't give you a boost in is your hit points. Okay? So it gives you a boost on all those metrics when you do that. Now, if you level up middle of battle, it undoes everything you're doing. Okay? But that's one of the broken mechanics in Generation 1, which, we exploit a little bit because we are doing solo playthroughs. Sometimes you play with Pokemon that don't have great stats. Or you gotta, severely over level. So that was why I used Double Team in the first time I played through. It's because Double Team did that, and I didn't have to mimic the move. So whenever you mimic that kind of move, you have to take a turn just to do the mimicking. So now we're facing Agatha in the Agatha Lottery. Agatha can be tough. She can poison you, paralyze you, put you to sleep, and confuse you. However, we do have a great move to deal with Agatha, and that is Earthquake. Earthquake is super effective against 3 of her Pokemon. So Earthquake is a one-shot, very good. Then we come out with Golbat. Rock Slide is not a one-shot. And I miss, and I'm confused now. Now I'm hitting myself. It's amazing. There we go. Golbat gets knocked out. Haunter comes out. Earthquake will be a one-shot. We're no longer confused, which is good. So the rest of this is just making sure we don't miss our attacks. Earthquake is not a one-shot, but close. But we get him in healing range. So she takes a turn to heal. And then Gengar confuses us, but all we need to do is hit one Earthquake, and we knock out Gengar. Very good. And we beat Agatha pretty handily. A little bit of scariness at the end with confusion, but we beat Agatha pretty handily. We move on to Lance. Lance is a dragon trainer. Okay? Lance is solid. He's got good Pokemon. He starts with the Gyarados. Now we have a great move for Gyarados. We don't exactly have a great move for the other Pokemon. However, like I said earlier with Lorelei, we are poison type. The Elite Four members have good AI. So any Pokemon he has that has a Psychic type move, we'll just spam that. So for example, Dratini, Dragonair, whatever, or Dragonair, yeah. Dragonair only has agility, so that's all that's all they'll do is agility. They will not use another move. And he didn't hit that leer there, that would have badge boosted. But I'm gonna go ahead and badge boost to make my life simple anyway. So we're gonna do agility. All Dragonair is going to do is spam agility. That's all they're gonna do. And when we get to Dragonite, he's gonna spam barrier. Okay, he might spam agility too. I don't know. Maybe he does have agility. I don't remember. Okay, so we're not getting the one shot on the Dragonair. It's a range. It's so close. And then Aerodactyl comes up, and we can't hit Earthquake on Aerodactyl. You dope. Okay, there you go. Rock Slide. There you go. And now we're going on through the Dragonite. Body Slam. Paralyzes. Barrier, like I said, is just going to spam barrier. There's nothing else he's going to do, so that's why I have zero cares in the world about Dragonite. Aerodactyl is a scary one. So I left and came back. That's why the timer stopped. Okay, that's why the timer is stopped. Okay, I left because I didn't have another full restore. I only had 65 HP, and you really can't get through this battle without HP. Because the second Pokemon is Alakazam. You have nothing that knocks him out from jump. So yeah. So we're going to go with Rock Slide to knock out the Pidgeot. We don't get the knockout, however, we can go for Rock Slide again. It's a 2-shot. Very good. We can't badge boost with him. However, I was going for the knockout, hoping I can just get the knockout. And now I'm going to go for a risk here and mimic Recover, because you can recover on the next Pokemon. And we're going to get knocked out. Okay. So, yeah, it was much worse when I only had 65 health. Trust me on that. So, get back to him. We're going to try this again. We're fully healed. We're full up on Elixir. We're full healed on Power Points. So the strategy here is to just knock out the Pidgeot as fast as possible. Unless we miss. And so that's a 2-shot. He's going to throw rocks at us. Doesn't really do much. Very good. Get the knockout. Okay, we're going to just mimic. We're going to go for Body Slam. Get the knockout. Now we can't mimic Recover, but we don't have to because we have most of our health. So it would have been nice to mimic Recover. Would have been nice. But it is what it is. So what we're waiting for is him to do Tail Whip or Leer. with Tail Whip or Leer, if he does that, it does the badge boost for us. And when it does the badge boost, we get a boost in our stats. So right there, Leer gives us a little bit of a boost in our attack, and our lowers our defense, but it ups our attack stat. So this might be a little bit more oomph to get the knockout on the Gyarados. Very good. We haven't been doing that. Earthquake is not a one-shot, but we get leered again by Arcanine, so that's great. So going into the last Pokemon, we have as boosts as we can get. So he's taking a little bit of our health. Earthquake will do way more damage. We get the knockout. We beat our rival. And yeah, we are in record time. And I think it would have been faster as well if I had just not made some screw-ups earlier. But 1 hour, and we're getting under the 1 hour and 23 minute mark. We're not quite at 1 hour and 24 minutes. We're going to get right over it. 1 hour and 24 minutes and 1 second. So, what does that mean for this playthrough? Well, we did shave off a good, 25 minutes. And I honestly think we could have got this in on an hour and 20 minutes if I'd have had Mega Drain. Mega Drain would have made a lot of things very trivial. A lot more battles, because Mimic takes you got to take an extra turn in battle to do Mimic. You also have to deal with the fact that other things would have been super affected by Mega Drain as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things we could have done. We also could have gone the route of using the move that is Hyper Beam if we really wanted to. I didn't go that route, but we could have. So let me just think in the comment section down below. This is a replay. Couple replays I'm looking at in the future. I think I'm not going to keep going in order of the Pokédex, because the next one is kind of a trivial one that I don't want to do, and it's just Pikachu. I think Pikachu's like overplayed, and it's over. I don't like it. It's one of the I guess the mascot of the Pokemon, but I don't really like Pikachu. But Sandshrew, Sandslash is one I want to do, and I'm gonna start being more choosy. But the next playthrough I will be doing is I'm going back to the order of the Pokédex, and is Eevee. Eevee, I know that sounds very tough to do. Eevee is going to be a challenge. For sure is going to be a challenge. But I plan on doing it. I'm going to get it done, and that's what our video will be next week. So keep an eye out for the prediction video Keep an eye out for the prediction video coming out Monday. It'll be out Monday for Eevee, and you're going to hear all the stats and everything like that. It's not great. But after Eevee, we do have some grace, and that we get some pretty nice Pokemon to play with. We got Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon. Not in that order. I think it's Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon is the Pokédex order. And then we got some good ones after that. We're coming up on like a Snorlax. There's like a Mew and Mewtwo also coming out there. All the legendary birds are coming up. So pretty exciting, these last 15 or so Pokemon. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This has been JD's Nerdverse. This has been my video. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you on Monday.